Hey, boys and girls, Miss Sullivan here. Hey, I miss your smiling faces, and I hope you're enjoying that crazy amount of snow that we got yesterday. So today is February 16th, and I wanted to talk just really quickly about what you're supposed to do today. Now, my internet's been going in and out all morning, so the video has to be kind of quick and brief. So I'm going to go through it. Make sure that you're on Google Classroom, February 16th, and 19.1 read pictographs. That is your first. Sorry, my internet just flickered. I'm making sure it's still on. It looks like it is. This is your first math assignment for the day. And you're going to open it in Kami. It looks like this. Okay, so we're going to start talking about graphing, and pictographs is the best way to begin talking about graphing. And we've taken tallies. In our score sheets, I do a lot with tallies. And so we'll be doing that too in order to do graphing activities. So I would like you to complete this assignment using Kami. And let's see. One thing I want to point out is the key on the bottom of every picture. Okay, the key tells you each picture stands for something. Now, in this assignment, it's all going to be one thing, but in the future, the key is going to change. Like each picture might stand for 2 items, or each picture might stand for 3, but for now, it'll just be 1. So please be very careful, read the questions, look at the graphs, answer your questions using Kami. I want you to do every single problem, including the hot problems and the multi-step problems. Don't forget to do this daily assessment task as well, but you do not need to do the homework assignment. All right, now that is it for math. The next thing, Miss Watkins put on some really fun math games here that I think that you'll really like, all about pictographs. The reading assignment I'm going to go over with you really briefly right now is you're going to go onto McGraw-Hill. If you have access to it, you should, through Clever, and read the story Cesar Chavez. Okay, and then you're going to go to the practice vocabulary cards. And I have these vocabulary cards here with me, and I'm going to go over them with you briefly. The next thing you'll need to do is singular pronouns. And this is what the worksheet looks like when you open it in Kami. A pronoun takes the place of one or more nouns. Pronouns like I, he, she, it, and you, those are all singular, which means one. A pronoun must match the noun that it replaces, and some pronouns refer to people or things that are not named. So on this assignment, it's just one page, pretty simple. Circle the pronoun that can replace the noun in the sentence. So number 1, Kara loves to bake with her mom. Would you replace Kara with she or it? I hope you would replace it with she. It would not be very nice. So, all right, that is it for the pronoun sheet. And then there is a phonics lesson as well. And the phonics lesson is, you'll need to open it with Kami, and you'll see some of this is already done for you. A after W or QU has the 2 dots on the top of it. As you can see, this A is after a W, and this A is also after a QU. So you put the little dots there. Okay. Please be sure to answer these questions. And then on this second page, you are going to code this page. As you can see, this A is following QU. So what does that A need on top? You got it, 2 dots at the top. All right, so code all of these words and answer these questions at the top. All right, one last thing you need to do for today, the 16th, is watch this funny, hilarious video. And of course, you can make the screen larger like that. This is a book called Duck is President. All right. And if you weren't sure, yesterday, Monday, we had a holiday because it's President's Day. So for social studies, you're going to watch this video on Duck for President. And then after that, I would like you to open a blank Google Doc and write who you would vote for after watching the video. Would you vote for Farmer Brown or Duck? And then give me 5 sentences as to why you chose that character. And don't forget, of course, to turn it into your teacher so that they can grade it. Okay, that's all the assignments for today, February 16th. However, I would really like to go over these vocabulary words with you. So I'm just making sure I'm still recording here because I know my internet keeps flashing in and out. Okay, I'm going to go over these kind of quick. I usually like to take my time, but just in case I lose you, I've got it all in one video. All right, study. To study. When you study something, you spend time learning about it. For example, I like to study the planets. Oh, and hopefully you noticed on Classroom Dojo for today, in order for you to be considered present and to show me that you are doing your work and to make contact with me, I would like you to respond to me on Dojo and tell me what you like to study. Okay, it can be anything. It could be math, science, social studies. It could also be more specific, like dinosaurs or robotics, anything. Okay, what do you like to study? Courage. Courage. If you have courage, you are brave when you face a problem or danger. For example, firefighters have to have courage to put out fires. Athlete. An athlete is a person who is trained and often plays sports. An example is a good athlete has strength and speed. I know some of you are all really excellent athletes. Agree. If people agree, they say that something is true or that they will do something. For example, Grandma and I agree to play a card game. Discover. If you discover something, you find it. For example, I dig in my backyard to discover buried treasure. Interest. If you have an interest in something, you like it and want to learn more about it. For example, Adam has an interest in music. Succeed. If you succeed in doing something, you do what you have tried to do or you do well. I hope I succeed in winning this game. Perform. If you perform, you do something in front of other people. For example, my class likes to perform songs at school. Heroes. Heroes are people who have done brave or good things. For example, firefighters are heroes that help people. Challenging. If something is challenging, it is difficult and takes effort to do. For example, this hard math problem is challenging to me. All right, one last thing I'd like to do before I say goodbye for today is read you the story Cesar Chavez. I'm going to try and go through this kind of quick. When you hear a vocabulary word, one of the ones I just read to you, I want you to clap at home so your parents know that you're identifying those vocabulary words. Cesar Chavez. Now, I'm not sure how well you can see this. I'll try and get closer in the picture after I'm done reading the page. Who are your heroes? For many farm workers, Cesar Chavez is a hero. He is the brave man who spent his life helping them. His childhood. Cesar Chavez was born in Arizona. Oh, I love Arizona. His parents taught him about learning, hard work, and respect. Cesar worked on the family farm as a young boy. He helped care for farm animals. His mother and grandmother taught Cesar about caring. Many people came to their door asking for food, and his kind family always shared. Cesar had a strong interest in education. This desire to learn was sometimes hard on him. Spanish was his first language, but he needed to learn and study English. At school, he was punished for speaking Spanish. His mother taught Cesar to find peaceful ways to solve problems. These lessons helped him succeed later in life. He would win struggles without fighting. So something to think about. What do heroes do? Hard times. When Cesar was 10, it did not rain for a long time. This drought caused plants on the farm to die. Without crops to sell, Cesar's family couldn't afford to keep the farm. Then Cesar moved to California where there was no drought. His family traveled from farm to farm and worked the crops. Cesar and his family would quickly discover that migrant farm workers had difficult lives. Their challenging jobs forced them to work long hours for little money. The workers bent over all day tending the crops. The work they had to perform made their backs hurt and their fingers bleed. If workers complained, farm owners fired them. That's awful. Changing lives. Cesar knew the migrant workers were not treated fairly, so he decided to take action. He told the migrant workers he had a plan. It was time for grapes to be harvested or picked. Cesar told the workers to stop working. This was called a strike. The grapes began to rot. With no grapes to sell, the landowners lost money. Finally, the owners talked to Cesar. They promised better pay. And after that, the workers began picking the crops again. Cesar Chavez worked for the rest of his life to improve farm workers' lives. Would you agree that he is a hero? Let's see. Okay, and then on the back of that page, these are the vocabulary words that I just talked about. We've got agree, challenging, discover, heroes, interest, perform, study, and succeed. I would like you to, if you have the time, to be able to answer these questions. Never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking. You don't have the book. All right. That is all I have time for today. I wish I could hang around longer, but if your parents have questions, they know how to get a hold of me on Dojo. And I miss you guys, and I hope that today works out well. Do not forget to answer the question on Dojo that what is something that you like to study? All right. Have a great day, guys. Good luck, and enjoy the snow.